what's happening. I just was watching yesterday something about they had this Olympic lighting of the torch ceremony, and there was something about it, man. At first, I seen all them chicks. I was kind of strike the mountain or point to the mountain, strike the grindstone effect. I was busy looking at all these chicks, and I was kind of like, whoa, dazzled by it. But then I had to shake myself real quick and be like, wait a second, what are they really doing here? And basically back in the day, all them chicks that you seen lined up there would be what you're called temple whores, or well, you could say priestess whore. They're interchangeable in their religion. Uh, but basically, I seen this chick. She threw up this dove. You know what I'm saying, or bird. And I strongly had this impression of the Hunger Games, like this strong impression of the Hunger Games. And then, in the same time frame, now they released that they're gonna start, what's it called, drafting women into war. And it's just like, man, these are signs of the times. That's predictive programming to the Hunger Games. Because look, it looks like this is really what they're setting us up for like uh, it's legit. There's prophecies in the Bible in Second Ezra. It says like there's gonna come a point where everyone on the planet's gonna go insane and they're gonna kill one another. And it's in like Matthew 24 where it talks about that they will cause some of you to be put to death. In Revelation, it talks about people. I think it's the red horse where the earth basically goes into war and everyone kills one another, and it talks about straight up it's neighbor against neighbor, and that's a Hunger Games style Armageddon. But if you did your homework and you knew anything about Enoch and the fallen angels, this was the judgment of the fallen angels when they began to overrun the earth. God basically judged them and said, well, all your children that the fallen angels made with the women of mankind. This is not mankind, the angels. This is something beyond mankind. They had hybrids and they had children, which are your Greek gods, all your gods of any nation, that your little G gods, your high level philosopher dudes, whatever. They all descend from the fallen angels, basically. Or whether or not whether these people are related to the fallen angels anymore, or they just keep the knowledge alive. The knowledge is still related to the fallen angels' teachings. So it was crazy. But what's really crazy about this Hunger Games thing is, see what Lady Gaga was talking about at the Grammys with the holograms. Basically, in that movie, the second Hunger Games, where it's called Firing Up or something like that, and she's on stage, and all of a sudden her dress turns into a flaming dress. It's basically the Phoenix symbolism again. That's high Illuminati symbolism. That's the Phoenix is the beast that receives a head wound, but is miraculously healed. But the Phoenix is the counterfeit Illuminati, esoteric, occult teaching on it. But it's the same thing. So, a lot of things that these people want is exactly what the Bible says is going to happen anyway. It's just part of the judgment. And the Great Tribulation. So, like all these things are coinciding right now. And it's like, and you can also see, man, it's like, they're going to set us up for some kind of neo-feudal, paganistic, blood sacrifice society. With these temples of Baal, like, we're dumb. Like, look, dude, Baal is Moloch. They burnt babies and people and sacrificed people to this deity. And why would you even want to represent their arch? And, with the prince sacrifice, or whatever, coincidence with all the, like, it's just too perfect a timing. and I'm not, and like, look, it's almost like they're leaking it out that it's a sacrifice from the inside. So that's why I'm almost thinking like maybe he's just a deep underground military baser. Uh, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know everything. I don't, what I'm saying. I'm just speculating here from seeing things, and judging off prior events. And also, there's predictive programming everywhere, man. And the Hunger Games is one of them. And then you see how, look, I mean, literally, that's really what we watched on the Olympics. The Olympics is the games. So, I mean, it's in a way, it's like they're kind of alluding to it, even with the whole catching fire. That their whole ceremony was passing of the torch of Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, we're going into some strange times, and their mascot is gonna be the light, but it's not the real light. It's just this physical world, man. It says anyone who loves this world is at war with God, basically. So people really love this world, and it's like now the more sick and depraved and nasty and ugly and backwards and flawed and skewed this world really it becomes more apparent. It becomes that much easier to fall out of love with this world, man, and the things in it. And you can see how much of a game, how contrived, how everyone literally already is a slave. Like this, if they predictive program these things years in advance, so where is free will left in this equation? You know what I'm saying? For most people, don't, maybe they have it, but they don't exercise it anymore. So I mean, even your freedom of thought. A lot of people are already afraid to commit thought crime. You know what I'm saying? So they're already been Pavlovian dogged into not thinking about, not dare not challenge the status quo. You know what I'm saying? Dare not challenge the official story. Dare not challenge the mainstream narrative. But all the while they're dangling these things right in your face, dude. So I mean, there's no way for anyone who's awake. There's no way you could miss it. For anyone who's asleep, that's to show you the level of mind control, the MK, and the indoctrination that they've been under. But yeah, man, it's real messed up right now, man. I had some more pieces to this equation here, but I don't know, man. It was kind of like, you ever sleep, and then you wake up for a second, go back to sleep, then you wake up, go back to sleep. Just having one of those moments, and all these things kept replaying in my mind. And it's really creepy, man. It's real creepy. I mean, cause yeah, it's like literally, man. A lot of things are happening right now. It's like it's prophetic.